We have seen how to set up Docker either on our laptops such as Mac or Windows based ones, and also how we can actually set up Docker on Ubuntu where the Ubuntu based VM is provisioned from GCP. With respect to setting up Docker locally on Windows or Mac, we don't need to use sudo command whenever we want to run any Docker command. But on Ubuntu based VM on GCP or even with CentOS 7, typically it asks us to use sudo. Without sudo, we will not be able to run any Docker command. Let me demonstrate and then I will take it further. In this case, I have provisioned a Ubuntu 18.04 based VM from GCP. Once I provision, I just want to keep it simple for you. If you are not familiar with the terminal, one way to connect to the VMs that are running on GCP, especially the Linux ones, you can actually go to the VM instance details by clicking on the VM, and then you should be able to expand this, and you can click on open in browser window. Then it will actually open the browser. As part of the browser, you will see the Linux based terminal, and you should be able to run any Linux commands in this. Let it come up, then I will actually demonstrate what the problem is with respect to running Docker commands out of the box on this Ubuntu based VM, and how we can solve that problem. It will just take a moment to actually bring the terminal up using the browser. Now it is up and running. Now if you want to see all the containers that are there as part of the VM, we can actually run command called as docker ps-a. However, it will fail because I haven't used sudo. By default, it expects to use sudo all the time. I can say sudo docker ps-a like this, and I should be able to see all the dockers that are there at this time. These are all the dockers, all the Docker containers that are there at this time. These two are currently in stopped state. If you just want to see the running, you just have to say sudo docker ps. It will return the containers which are in running state. I just want to eliminate using sudo for all these commands so that I just save some time. And as this is my own VM, I can control the permissions for the user so that he don't need to use sudo command. So in this case, the user which I'm using to log in, which is nothing but this one, I just want to add it to the group called as Docker, and then I just have to log out and log in once again, and I should be able to run the Docker commands without using sudo. So in this case, either I can directly specify the username for a command called as usermod to add the user to the group. The group is nothing but Docker. You can actually validate by saying, I think, lsgrp, if I'm not wrong, and let me say Docker. Not lsgrp, there is a command actually. Let me say gr here, group, I think groups, and let me give Docker. Okay, groups is not the one which will give us the list of the groups we have. There is a command which actually give the list of groups. One way to actually validate is I can just say cat etc group, and then I can say grep docker to see if the Docker group is there or not. You can see there's a group called as Docker. Now I want to add the user D Gadiraju to the group Docker. First we can check whether the user is already part of the Docker group or not by running this command called as id D Gadiraju, and you can see all the groups associated with this user, or all the groups in which this user is part of. So these are the different groups in which the user D Gadiraju is part of. When it comes to this username which is logged in, there are multiple ways to get the details. There is a command called as who am I, which will give us the details about the logged in user, and also there is a keyword, not keyword, but the environment variable called as user. You can say echo $user, and it also gives the user which is used to log in at this time. So either we can directly specify this and add to group Docker by using a specific command which I'm going to cover in a moment, or we can also pass the output of these command or the environment variable. That being said, the actual command to add a user to a group is nothing but usermod, and then you have to say -a capital G, which means append to the group. So in this case, I am appending the user to the group. Which group to which I am trying to append? It is nothing but Docker. And which user I'm trying to append to the group? It is nothing but the user which is logged in at this time. Either I can give my user account name directly like this, or I can say $user, or I can also say who am I. However, if I have to pass the output of a command to other command, I have to pass the command in the backtick like this. Backtick is nothing but the key which is on the left side of the 1 in the standard keyboard. The command has to be enclosed in backtick like this. And then the output will be passed to the command called as user mod, with Docker being the group, and whatever is the user logged in, that user will be added to the group called as Docker. Now you can actually say ID, and then again you can say who am I, if you just want to pass the output of who am I to ID. Now you can see that the Dgadraju is a part of even the group called as Docker. Even after adding to the group, if you try to run Docker PS, it will still fail. You just exit from here and then expand this and then click on open in browser window. Once it is up, I will actually run the Docker commands now without using sudo. So let's wait until this is up, and then we will actually use the command called as docker ps without sudo, and still it will work. Now it is up. I just have to say docker ps. As of now, no container is up and running, and that's why it is not showing up anything. I can also say docker ps-a, and I should be able to list the containers at this time. Let's say there is a image called as MySQL. Let's see the images here by running docker images. Even now, I haven't provided the details using sudo. I just ran docker images even to list the images. Let's say I want to pull the MySQL image once again by saying docker pull like this. I should be able to pull the image, and then I should be able to use the docker run command to bring up the MySQL container. Whatever I have demonstrated as part of the earlier videos, I can use the same thing. Let me see if I have the command in the history, especially with MySQL. I have with Postgres. I have created this after the previous videos. That's why I don't see MySQL here. With respect to MySQL, I can say docker run --name. Let's say MySQL retail as demonstrated earlier. Again, I'm not using sudo here. I'm directly running docker run command to create and start the container using the image that is pulled when I say docker pull MySQL command. Now I can actually say -e to pass the environment variable, which is nothing but MySQL root password. I'm giving the root password as ITversity. And then I want to bind the port, which I have demonstrated earlier also by saying 3306:3306. I want to run this in detach mode. I'm not attaching the volumes at this time. I will just say -d to run in detach mode, and then I have to give the image name. The image name is nothing but MySQL. Now if I hit enter, the container will be created for us, and also it will be started. Now I can say docker ps, and I should be able to see the MySQL container which is up and running. And if I want to validate whether I'm able to connect or not, I can just say docker exec -it MySQL_retail, and then bash. I'm able to connect to the container, and I can do whatever I want with this container. I can create a MySQL database, get the tables and data into a database, and I should be able to use this by connecting using SQL Workbench from my machine, as the port is now bind to the VM port 3306. As long as the 3306 is open as part of the firewall, I can even use SQL Workbench from my system, which is nothing but my Mac, to connect to the MySQL that is running here. I have covered all those things as part of the earlier video. Go back and review those things to understand all the details. As part of this video, the main agenda is to actually solve the problem of not using sudo to run the docker commands, and we are able to take care of it without any challenges.